Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you are, wherever you are. Aloha, this is Manny from Good Dog Press, and welcome to my computer room on a beautiful Sunday, Monday afternoon, 87 degrees here in Hawaii. Awesome day. It is great to be here with my wingmans here, which is awesome. We have a VIP in the panel also. We know who the VIP. There's only one VIP here. We all know that. We bow down to the unbreathable skunk girl. How are you doing tonight, unbreathable skunk girl?
I'm doing just great, thank you.
That is
And
awesome.
aloha to everybody.
Cool. And we got
Skunk
Trusty
Girl.
Sight.
How are you doing tonight, unbreathable Skunk Girl?
I'm,
Who's that?
it was me. Sorry, it was my phone.
All right.
I
I was
even
like,
shut it off.
it's
All
usually
right,
me.
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
No, it's okay. It's okay. And how are you doing tonight, Trusty?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh.
I had one of those days at the office where it just seemed like everybody needed something and they needed it immediately. So it was exhausting. I'm glad to be able to hang out and relax with you guys tonight.
That is awesome. Cool. And of course, we went around the room fast because we know once it gets to Tank, we're not going to get a word in the wise. You know how it is. Tank, how are you doing?
Boy's got a mouth like a cannon. Keep shooting it off. Can't get a word in edgewise.
How you doing
I
tonight?
say. Oh boy.
Yeah, boy.
Oh boy. How you doing there, Tank?
Good. How you guys doing tonight?
We're doing great. Of course, I got a bone to pick with Tank.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah. I know.
He knows. I was upset
I
with
do.
Tank last night. And
Yeah.
I DM'd you, Tank, and I told you we were gonna go to the movies. Oh man. Which is code word.
Yeah.
Don't put anything good on the auction. Dude. Come on. I was really sad when I saw those things go for what it went for because I wanted those pieces so bad. Those were
Well,
some great pieces.
I'm running off one set of prints before I ship those out.
Dude,
So,
those were originals.
Uh-huh. And they're going
Yeah.
to a super fan. They're going to a good home.
Yeah, but you saw what I DM'd you. I said that's what I thought it was worth, and I would have paid you for it. Dude, those
No,
were
yeah,
beautiful.
no, but you've already got something lined up, sir. You already
Oh,
got something lined up.
yeah. I was like, Tank,
Yeah.
you broke my heart last night, Tank. I mean, we watched a great movie, didn't we, honey? Well, we can't hear her
Oh,
now.
nope,
She's muted
here I
herself.
am. That's because I have to be careful. I never know what's gonna blurt out of my mouth. Yeah, I really liked it. It was really good.
Yeah, we went to go watch the real Captain Marvel yesterday. Which, if you guys have not seen the real Captain Marvel, not that other thing, that abomination, it was awesome. It was a great movie. I mean, seriously, one of DC's better movies. Really, really, really good stuff. It had heart. It had everything. It was a good movie.
It's a shame it didn't have a bigger opening
Oh,
weekend, but I'm hoping that word of mouth will
I
keep it,
know.
in the theaters for a while.
You know what it is? It's called Marvel Zombie. That's all it is. People are
Yeah.
just Marvel zombies. Everything is X-Men. Everything is Spider-Man. Everything is Avengers. People,
Marvel Zombies.
those movies
Buying
aren't
Marvel
those movies
since
aren't that good.
1997.
They're not that good, people. I don't like any of the Avengers movies. They're boring. I'm sorry. I mean, Marvel did do the Guardians of the Galaxy good. That was
Yeah.
good. Ant-Man was good.
Yes.
Captain America
Marvel can
trilogy-
make a mean space opera. I'm just going to say that. They
Yeah.
can make a mean space opera. I love Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. Thor Ragnarok, I was expecting a real bad movie and was gloriously pleasantly surprised.
Thor Ragnarok was the best of the Thors. That's the only one I can
Oh, it was
watch
good.
again. The other two, you can have those two. They're bad.
Hey! You're talking about my Thor and Loki.
Yeah,
Quiet.
but you watched it for we understand. Same reason why you want to go watch Aquaman. She's not
No,
demanding.
I really enjoy the characters of Loki and Thor. And
Uh,
I look at it, I come at it at a different approach than you because I don't read all the comics. So you've always said that I would have a different perspective when I
I
watch the
know.
movie.
You got to watch
So,
the movie like a what if kind of movie. I know that. I get it.
mhm,
Yeah, because you can't. I can't go into that movie watching after 40 something years of reading comics. You know, it's gonna be.
right.
Well, and in regards to Aquaman, honey, Jason Momoa was the reason everyone saw that movie. I don't care how straight or gay you are.
Is that why you thought Krusty?
That movie get two snaps. And a
No,
third.
no man will ever admit it, but it's true, sweetie.
Oh,
Bring give yourself your strength.
my Lord. Hey, I watched it for the redhead. The redhead was hot. Go.
hmm
My
Yeah,
wife hear
that's
that?
what they had all over the posters, right? That's what got you to go see that movie. That's cool. It's cool. Your secret's safe with us.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
my wife won't hear this.
Just a moment of weakness. It's all right.
No, he likes another redhead too from
Who else?
X-Men. You like what's her name from X-Men?
Sansa Stark?
No, she's not redhead. What are you talking about?
You mean Jennifer Lawrence?
Phoenix? Jean Grey?
Man, she bugged out. She doesn't even know that she bugged out. She said Jean Grey, but I don't know which Jean Grey she's talking about. Famke,
Sam
jo-
Cadet.
Famke Johnson, is that the one, honey?
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm hearing her in real. She's in the other room.
Oops. Looks like I'm getting ready to get booted unless I do something with my computer.
Well, what's going on?
I don't know. It's telling me it's going to power down.
Oh, that's fun.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
You forgot to turn off your automatic updates.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it likes to do that in the most inopportune times.
Right? It's like, oh, here's the middle of your work day. We're going to restart your computer now. There's all these updates. I hate you.
I don't know. It was Norton this time. It wasn't Windows. So I don't know. If I disappear for a minute, you know why.
Yeah, no problem. Always come back.
Yep.
Okay, let's see who's in the chat. Let's go see who's in there. We got the Burning One saying hello. How you doing, Burning One? We got Lorenzo Sleestack saying aloha. Aloha, Lorenzo Sleestack. Lorenzo Sleestack is becoming a YouTube star. He's all over the place, people. Can't get away from
That's
him.
right. He's gonna start doing reviews and other cool things on his channel. So he's just cutting his chops right now.
Awesome. The Unbreathable Skunk Girl says aloha to Burning One and Lorenzo. The Art of Reed is here saying hey, hey, hey. Art of Reed. Where is he? We should give him the link because I know he had some questions about copyright laws. Everybody's saying hi to Reed. Lorenzo's saying good to see everybody, which is awesome. We got Ama Black Rose is in the house. How you doing, Ama? She says hello, everyone. Hello, Ama. Nice to see you back here. All right. Who else we got in here? Everybody saying hello to Ama. Everybody. Gee,
Yeah.
everybody's been nice. Everybody's been real nice to each other, which is awesome. And Lorenzo Sleestack said, was that a living color reference to Snaps? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was. The Art of Reed says, is Trusty drawing a
Speaking
Sleestack?
of Atlantis and
It
Tactic
kind of looks
Reed,
like a stack, doesn't it?
And Lorenzo says, I was talking to Pablo in Hangouts and the automatic updates went on. Cool. And we are caught up. And we are in competition with Drawn and Quartered, I heard. Not Drawn and Quartered. D&D, which is cool. That's cool.
Not D&Q, D&D.
D&D. Well, we're here to draw. We are doing D&D as usual. Drawing and drawing. That's what we do. We do D&D every night that we go on.
I'm drawing. I'm baking cheesecake.
You
I
making
have to
cheesecake?
redraw the terrain. I am. Most of the cheesecake is done. I just got to work on the crust here. It's got to be good though.
Ooh.
You know,
I mean,
because otherwise it's just like cheesecake batter. And yeah, it's good, but it's not as good as a cheesecake with like a nice crumbly crust. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Oh, dude, I am a cheesecake aficionado, and I like cheesecake. Nothing on the cheesecake. Don't be putting no berries. Don't be putting on strawberries and blueberries and all this other crap. Just needs to be cheesecake, right, honey?
Yep.
Some classic Hefner style cheesecake is what you're saying, huh?
That kind of cheesecake, also, yes, sir.
All right.
Which you still have
Talking
cheesecake
about
in the
all kinds of cheesecake.
refrigerator.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tank is talking about a different kind of cheesecake.
Yep.
I was trying to keep it clean.
I lost you there
Well,
for a
you know,
minute.
actually, Manny, I think that might actually be clean enough that you could show it without having to put emojis on it.
Oh, you sent me the thing? All
Yes,
right.
sir, I did.
I'm going to have to.
I think the cheesecake might actually be done enough that you wouldn't have to put emojis on it.
Okay, well, let me get through the face
Maybe.
first. Let me get through the face first.
Oh, you do.
That's one thing that you guys gotta, when you guys are drawing or inking, if you're doing a certain part of something, you don't want to stop or you're going to screw it up. So I'm doing the
That's right.
face. I like to do the face first because the face is hardest. So just in case I screw up on the face, all right, I don't have to do anything more.
Yep.
I screwed up on the face. I'm not going to go any further. But it's coming out pretty good. She does look kind of devilish in this look. Very sultry, very come hither look. And she's got a smirk on her face. Gave her a little bit more cheek. A little bit more cheek.
I thought you said she had a Smurf on her face.
No, she don't got no smurf. Smurf, yeah.
I see all that blue. You can forgive me for being confused.
Mm.
Well, a lot of that blue is not going to be on there anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, all this blue is going to become black. But right now, if you guys notice, I'm doing a lot more cleaner lines. Even my wife likes the way the Skunk Girl is coming out. Everybody who's seen it, they like the new Skunk Girl. I mean, pretty much the same drawings. It's just cleaned up. The anatomy is getting better.
There's been a lot of growing over the last 6 months, man.
I know, but being around great artists.
I want to do a cheesecake comparison when I'm done with this of the Skunk Girl pinup I originally did for you compared to this one I'm doing right now.
Dude, I got that original one right next to me, dude. It's in my portfolio. I've got that original piece of artwork right here, people.
Oh, no, not that one. The one before that. The first Skunk Girl I did.
Oh, that first one? Yeah, that first one was awesome. All right.
And then compare that to this one is like not the same artist.
Well, that's what happens. You grow as an artist when you're in the when you're in a community. It's kind of like a little competition, people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like, oh, look how good he did it. Oh, damn, I got to step up my game.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I'm looking at Trusty's Sidekick, his beautiful, clean lines. I'm like, hey, that's what Skunk Girl should be. It shouldn't be scritchy scratchy. I mean, look at all this scritchy scratchy. That ain't gonna work for Skunk Girl. We need to get it cleaner. So that's what I'm doing.
Hey, honey.
Yes.
We have another VIP in the chat.
Oh, we do have a VIP in the chat. Who do we have in the chat? Who is the VIP? Edwin.
Edwin.
Oh my lord. Well, I can't do anything with the links. My links suck. Seriously.
All right. I will shoot that link over.
Can you do that for me, Tank? Because my links just do not work tonight. Live stream drawing seems to be like a strong mechanism for improvements. Yes, sir, Mr. Boyette. And listening to you telling me to clean up my lines. He's been telling me that since I met him. I was like, clean up your lines. Clean up your lines. Yes, I definitely cleaned up my lines. And I shot over to Edwin some DMs. I showed him my improvements, what I've been doing recently. So hope, and I think he said yeah, he can see the improvements, which is awesome. That's the main thing. Keep on improving. And getting great artwork from Trusty, and Trusty's lines are so clean also.
Oh, I know.
Well,
I look
eventually
at
they are.
So it
I
does
love
make a
Trusty
difference.
things.
Yep. We don't need those scratchy scratchies. We got
Although
Rebel.
it's fun to do the scritchy scratchy sometimes.
Edwin, you don't gotta come on. Edwin says he's in bed. I think he's gonna go work tonight. I'm sorry, Edwin.
Oh yeah, I do apologize.
Oh, he said he'll pop on. Hey, if you're in bed, Edwin, don't worry about it. There'll always be another time.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, you can just watch us and laugh at us as we're
That's
drawing
right.
up.
Point and laugh.
But I do remember being on the first live stream ever was with Edwin, and he liked this pose, so that's why I'm redrawing it, giving it much cleaner lines. Once I get this all done, I can scan into my computer and take away all the blue lines. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, a lot of artists who combine digitally work with red pencil as well because red's easier to remove digitally than blue is. I never could get used to that. I guess I'm just too old school.
I like red pencil also. It looks really nice.
It does look cool, doesn't it?
And myself, when I do traditional like this, I don't erase much of my construction lines. It's there. And I like to buy artwork like that also. Like I did this morning. I did this one. Of course, you guys know this is from Cross Comics. He wants people to draw this character. So I did this so you can see all the blue lines and you can see the pencil over the blue lines. If I were to ink this, I would leave everything there. I'm not going to get rid of any of the pencils or anything. I like seeing that when I buy original artwork. It's not only you getting the final product, you pretty much get the whole thing, the whole creation of it.
Hey, honey.
Yes?
Josh Chris can't get in with your link. If somebody could send it to him.
A Trusty got in with that link.
Well, I got in with the link that Tank sent out.
Okay, so Tank sent it out in where? The Dog Stars or the Doghouse?
Dog Stars.
Josh, try to do the Dog Stars again. It might work. Honey, do you know what time?
I sent the link. The link might have timed out, so sometimes they do that.
Okay, you want to try it again? He's gonna try it again. Yeah, YouTube has not been very nice to me. I can get into my Hangout, but nobody else can get into my Hangout. So
it's very exclusive.
Tank's been fixing the links for me. It's weird.
Trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one, it kept telling me that there were too many redirects and I needed to clear out my cookies. So I tried that and still no good.
Yeah, that. Oh, well, that can be a problem sometimes if you have too many cookies. Remember, clear your browser, folks. At least once a week, and be sure to have super anti-spyware and Malwarebytes anti-malware. Those are fantastic programs that are free. You can pay for premium editions that have active monitoring. I use them personally, and my computer stays virus and adware free.
Josh Chris said it's actually telling him he's not allowed to join you. Wow, that's not cool.
What?
I got that once too.
That's really weird.
I keep getting notifications that he's joined the conversation.
Ooh. Josh?
Yeah. I keep getting a little bell and it says Josh Chris or Josh Christopher join the conversation.
We're working on it. If you have a mobile device, Josh, it seems like it doesn't affect mobile devices. But if you're coming on with your computer, yeah, it's been really screwy. Got Tank Ferret working on it. We see a Pablo.
Yeah.
Romero. We've got Pablo Romero in the audience also. Hopefully he's not going to have the same problem. Yeah, it is what it is, people. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't see why we're not. Hopefully he's not going to have the same problem. It's the link, but it's not connecting. Keep saying I am about to join. So even Edwin's getting the same problem.
There you are. All right, we got Josh in here now.
Josh in here? Did you try sending
freaking YouTube bull crap?
Did you
Had
try
to log in with the phone just to make it go, oh, did you want to do that? I'm so sorry. And then I exited the phone and the computer worked.
Jeez.
Weird.
Oh, I am pretty convinced that Google is purposely sabotaging Hangouts just so that its replacement looks better than it actually is.
Yeah.
I am convinced that is what's going on now because it's having like unreasonable problems that were fixed updates ago.
Dude, it's been doing this to me for the last 2 weeks. It's not like it just happened tonight. It's been happening every single live stream I tried. I'm sorry, Edwin. I mean,
Lorenzo's explaining it in the chat. He knows what the problem
browser
is.
edge jump to the end of the web link. Yeah, but try send it to Lorenzo and see if he can fix it.
Yeah, no, this link looks
because he fixed it the last time. Send it to Lorenzo and tell him to get his butt in here.
So,
and we can make Lorenzo the YouTube star for tonight. While everyone else is working hard, Lorenzo will be the YouTube star. You got to delete the junk added at the end of the link. That's what I did.
Jimmy, you see what happens when you take the night off?
Yeah. Well, I tried doing a private chat last night. Same thing. Jimmy couldn't get in, so I was just by myself, just working privately.
I didn't try. I was watching wrestling.
What wrestling were you watching?
WrestleMania.
Oh, was that last night?
Yeah, it was last night.
You paid for that stuff?
No, I got a buddy that pays for it.
Okay. I only paid for one of those things. It wasn't WrestleMania. It was a Hulk Hogan versus Sting.
Yeah.
I had to watch that. That was many, many years ago.
He's all about it. It's one of his favorite pastimes because he used to. He was trying to become professional. Then life gets in the way, and he wasn't able to go that route. But so he's still all about it. So it's just one of the things that he's like, hey, dude, pay-per-views, blah 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 Sunday. If you want to come on over, and I'm like, well, I'll come over after 10 o'clock at night because I got to work.
I used to have a friend that would watch all of those things. I used to go over to his house. It was sad because I remember watching the wrestling that had Owen Hart died.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Speaking of the Hart, did you hear about Bret Hart?
No.
Dude, he was getting inducted into the WrestleMania Hall of Fame on Saturday. Some bozo came run out of the crowd and tackled the old man.
What?
The dude is in jail facing assault charges.
Good.
Yeah, I hope so.
Dude, Bret Hart been through some crap, man.
Yeah, but last night, Batista officially retired and Kurt Angle retired.
Well, I can see Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is not a young man.
No, dude, his neck, he looked like a hobbit. His
Oh,
neck was all jacked up. I was like, what happened to him? My buddy's like, dude, he broke his neck in the Olympics when he won the gold, and he broke his neck later on in WWE. So his neck is totally fused. I was like, oh, that's awful. You can't even turn it at all.
The link worked just well for me, but you might want to try this one. I deleted there's a question mark, and there's an HL equals EN, and I think maybe we should try it this way without the question mark and the garbage at the end. I think it's your browser adding that.
Okay. Okay, I'll send. Is that the one that you? Okay. Oh, that don't look anything like what they give me, man. Where are you getting that from, Lorenzo?
Huh?
Where do you get that from?
That's what Tank sent me, and I just deleted but I posted it without the question mark, and
Okay.
yeah, like that might work. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's an add-on from my browser.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, that should be a pure link then.
Okay, so I'm gonna try send this to Edwin.
That part saying that that he uses English as his default language. I think.
Hmm.
I don't know much about web coding, but I assume that.
Oh, Skunk Girl got kicked out.
Well, Skunk Girl might just be taking herself out.
Oh, well, she said it. She was like, second time I got kicked out.
Okay. All right. I hope that works for you, Edwin. If not, I'm sorry. They don't want me communicating with you. The powers that be. Pablo Romero. Okay, Pablo, I'm going to put it in Dog Stars one more time. Let's see if it works. This is from, and Lorenzo on the scene.
Yeah, that was the correct one.
Awesome. It is the voice of Comicscape. How are you
What's
doing,
up,
Edwin?
Edwin?
Aloha.
Aloha,
Look at that
everyone.
beautiful sky behind him. Oh.
Yeah, whatever link you were putting out before, it launches, it pulls up the Google Hangout within the browser instead of launching the normal interface. I've never seen one launch like that before.
I don't get it. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's been happening to me the last 2 weeks. It's not giving me the right hangouts. So luckily, I got some good people on here that can figure it out for me. You know, us boomers.
Yeah. Let me send the one you sent to me to Pablo, and then he should be able to get in because this one appears.
I put it in
Well,
the Dog Stars, Pablo.
I learned that from a buddy of mine who worked at an IP provider, an internet provider.
No, I don't know what's up. There's it.
When you launched, did you launch this from Google Classic, or from YouTube Classic?
Maybe.
Yeah, launch it. Make sure you're going to YouTube Classic and launch it from Hangout now, unless you've got some other kind of weird process.
Okay. I think I'm pretty sure I'm going through Chrome and I'm just using whatever Creative Studio.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I go to, let's see, when I launch, you've got to do like an extra step now.
Okay.
So I go to YouTube, I go to YouTube Studio Beta because they've hidden the thing, right? And then I go to Creator Studio Classic, and then I just go through the regular live streaming way using Google Hangouts. And it may be some other stamp is creating some kind of weird links or something.
So you got to go to Beta, then go to Creator Studio Classic.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that next time. Thanks,
Yeah.
Thanks, Edwin.
Absolutely. Yeah, so Skunk Girl is looking good, man. You're tightening her up.
I am tightening her up. So all the drawings that I did months ago. I'm doing them like I'm doing now. I'm doing a blue line, and then I'm going back, penciling over it, correcting the anatomy, getting rid of all the scritchy scratchy, just making it more clean
Yeah.
lines. I mean, especially it's going to be a fun book. It doesn't need all that, you know. It just needs to be cleaner. It doesn't
Yeah.
need to be so heavy inks and stuff. You know, let the color do the shades and stuff. That's why I'm redoing it all. And it's
Absolutely.
and I think it's. I mean, I sent you some stuff. DM'd it. I mean, what's your critique?
Yeah, no, that's definitely an improvement, and it's definitely an improvement for the type of book it is, right? Something fun and sexy.
Oh yeah.
It should just pop out at you, and it doesn't necessarily need the extra, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, especially like Trusty Sidekick, he did a clean, super clean, beautiful Skunk Girl, and I was like, that's what I need to make this book. I mean, it's cute. It's what it is. I mean, you don't need that realistic style. You need more cartoony style. You know, so
Yeah, sleek
yeah.
lines, bold shapes,
Hmm.
and that just makes it pop out the page.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you were doing like a period piece, or if you were doing like a horror something, I think the heavy pencils contribute to that type of thing.
Hmm.
But for something like Skunk Girl, yeah, just nice clean lines, sleek lines with big bold shapes is the way to go.
Yep. And
Hey,
then
there's Pablo.
Pablo, here's another guy with super clean lines. So I mean, I'm surrounded by these great artists that I'm just looking at their stuff. I'm like, that's what I need. And especially Pablo with his beautiful women. You know how that goes.
Great to see you, Pablo. The Google, when I was talking to you on Google Hangouts, sorry about that the other day. My computer ended up installing Windows Update.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
So Manny,
Yes.
I made a subreddit where people can share comic books they love, or where creators can promote the work. And the only thing that I ask of creators is just keep it PG-13 or below,
Okay.
and then I'm pretty much gonna greenlight and have my moderators greenlight everything that comes down the pipe. I know some of the other Reddits are kind of funny about that, but I just wanted a place where people could talk about the stuff they love, not a place where people talk about the stuff they hate or get into arguments. If you want to
Thank you.
do all that, you can go to Twitter. It's great for that.
Thank you. Thank
Plenty
you.
of places you can do
Thank
that
you.
already.
Where can we find this? This is subreddit. What's this? r/what?
It is indie comic books. Indie comic books.
Oh, that's yeah, that works.
I was surprised it was available, but there's not a whole lot. Most of the stuff on Reddit is either web comics, which people can share web comics too, but there's either R Comics, which is all web comics, or the other comic book sites seem like 100% about Marvel and DC, and just not a whole lot of people talking about indie comic books.
That's a shame. I mean, I'm a big indie guy. I've been indie since '97. That's when I gave up on Marvel and DC. There's been a few gems from the big two in that time, but they're exceptions to the rule. I feel. But I love indie. I will actually take a lower quality artwork for a higher quality story, and vice versa.
So Edwin, your indie focus, is it up and running yet?
No, that's still being coded. So indiefocus.com is still a couple of weeks out. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot to stand that up.
Okay. Because if you're on indie focus, can you still be on IndieCron, or they're
Yeah, absolutely.
totally different?
Absolutely. It's just that IndieCron is going to stay exactly the same. It's going to be a curated list of people who say they're Comicsgate and kind of reflect that. We don't want to take anything away from anybody, right? Indie Focused will have
Separate the crowd from the picket line.
Yeah, indie focused will have a broader focus, but that's also going to be music and gaming and so forth, right?
Okay.
And then the subreddit I've created is absolutely not restricted to Comicsgate. In fact, I pretty much on the subreddit, I just want to keep all kind of ideological stuff. Like I'm fairly conservative, fairly right wing, but even on my own subreddit, I don't push that. Yeah, I don't really talk about it. It's not relevant unless it's the only politics that would be relevant on the subreddit, like is if the book itself had some kind of political theme.
Okay.
Right? If we were to like say, oh, well, we liked how politics were portrayed in V for Vendetta, it was pretty profound.
Yeah. But just in the context, if that makes sense. Because what I want,
Right.
I look how many of these things dissolve into arguments, and I didn't want there to be any barriers for somebody sharing or discovering something they love.
A lot of people I know are like good people if they're and regardless of what side of the political spectrum, it doesn't seem to So I found that's often an obstacle to get along with people.
Well, we've been so convinced, conditioned to believe that we get anything with fighting with people that we would normally probably have something in common with, or could solve with discussion and persuasion. Right? Everybody is convinced now that getting angry at somebody, and yelling about something actually creates any particular change, and it may, but I don't think it's the change we want.
No, we don't want that.
Definitely not.
Because you see people like that can't even talk to their own family at Thanksgiving now, because everybody is so conditioned that they need to talk about politics and argue about them, like get mad if someone doesn't agree with you politically, you need to get angry. Well, maybe not.
Oh, I know. I watched a lot of people disown family members because they voted for or didn't vote for a certain politician, and I'm like, are you kidding me? This is madness.
But now I'm political. It's just it has its time and its place. And if there was something that we can come together around the table, let's focus on that thing. We can come together around the table. Manny, do you remember 2 years ago when they had the Love Trump's hate march?
Yes, I do. Yeah. What was it? Love Trump's hate.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But they had like 1,000 people, and they all wound up at Trump Tower.
Yeah.
My wife and I were watching those, and we were real concerned because they were degenerating into violence and all kinds of stuff in the mainland. And so on the spur of the moment, we went down there and we stood and we waved "Make America Great" signs again. And that was right interesting. 1,000 people came around the corner and saw me and my wife standing on the corner.
Oh, you're brave.
Now I debate. I debate was it a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. But what we did do is we smiled and tried to be nice to everybody who came by. Even people who were yelling, but I mean, people were screaming profanity at us and just losing their minds. And they were not expecting to see that, I guess, at the end of the march.
Well, Edwin, that's good. I always tell people, be a sage. Setting a good example.
It was interesting, but it was so weird because my wife is Native Hawaiian. Manny's my wife. She's got that light coloration, but you can tell she's a local girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so funny with these little college kids from the mainland, these malihini in their tight jeans, calling my wife a Nazi or a bigot. Malihini is a Hawaiian word for like a newcomer.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it was fun times.
Would
I do it again? I'm not sure, because I don't want to deliberately. Nowadays, I'm very rarely interested in deliberately provoking someone. Oh, good Lord. Are you on a CB or what was that?
You haven't lived until you've live streamed with Tank Ferret every time. It's the it always happens. It's like, what's going on, Tank? I mean, we lose him, he goes away, he comes back, he goes away, he comes back.
Broadcasting to you live from Vault 19 Kilo.
Oh, he's always roboting out. So I'm surprised you actually even understand what he's saying, Edwin. It's hilarious.
Exterminate.
Oh my lord.
Dialect Rebel Comics says breaker 1924, good buddy. All right.
So okay, I don't know why I'm beating this dead horse, but is Pixel Trader still in charge of Indicron?
Yeah, we both are. We both are. He does the coding, and then I help him out. I help him out with some stuff, with some policy direction, and yeah, just
Pixel Trader's a proud mama.
Pixel Trader does a lot of work. That guy works real hard.
Yep.
When I see him on the streams, I was on with Cross Comics, and he came on.
I see him in the chat a lot, but I don't see him on too many streams. The only stream I do see him, like you said, is Cross Comics.
Maybe it's because I watch it every day, so I see him a lot.
He'll come on with me here and there. Oh, that's
cool.
Well, brother, I have got to head down to Waikiki tonight, but I just wanted to come in and tell you that, yeah, Skunk Girl is looking really good. Once we get past all this night work, man, we'll all get together. We'll all get together. Hopefully, if we can't get everybody together, we'll get you and your missus and me and my missus, and we'll go hit something up, and it'll be good.
Sounds great. It'll be awesome.
But yeah, please do go on there and. Please do go on there and like post some Skunk Girl stuff on the Reddit, because there are million plus comic book fans on Reddit. And if we can capture just a small percentage of those eyes to see all these cool projects, I mean that's massive.
Yes, we'll do that for sure.
All right. Hey Pablo, good to see you again, brother, and everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day.
Nobody says anything.
Yeah.
It's only Edwin.
Hear the Pablo.
Aloha, everyone.
Yeah, have a good one.
Thanks, Edwin. See ya.
Bye, Edwin.
Guys, it's only Edwin. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
I was gonna dang, Manny, I was gonna ask who is Staticky?
You?
No, it's Pablo.
Pablo?
Oh, you didn't look in the chat. He said that he's having problems with his mic, making noises.
Well, then he'll just be muted.
Sunspots.
Which is not much different from the usual Pablo.
His signal is being jammed by counterintelligence agents because he's a BAMF.
What the heck is that? And my wife's laughing. What does that mean, honey?
It's something that we can't say. It's a bad AMF.
Maybe she was laughing at my joke about Pablo not saying anything.
Oh, okay. But anyway,
she is on a delay. I don't think she's not in the chat anymore. She's not on the panel, right?
Yeah, no, I wanted to ask Edwin if my picture was PG-13.
Oh, dude.
Oh my Lord.
Did you send it to him?
No.
Obviously,
I haven't. No. No, I was going to ask you to bring it up on the air and ask him. I wanted a live reaction. Now I will have to wait and ambush him another time. Just like I did with the Cult of Raven when I asked if this counted as feet pics.
What's up with this Cult of Raven? I hear a lot of members being shunned and being thrown out.
Oh, there's always something silly going on.
Yeah, Cat banished Santa Raven for a while.
Yeah, he's been banished to the wilderness.
Yeah, according to him, he was exiled by Cat. He's not even in the chat, but she somehow exiled him.
I think it's because Santa Raven was the one who originally exposed Cat as a Bigfoot that waxes her hands for
Lord.
A
film.
big foot with table legs.
All
Do you
right.
remember that?
That's right.
We
She has
only
table
make
legs.
fun of people that are in here. That's on our
No,
panel
no,
and in our
she thought
chat.
it was hilarious.
We don't make fun of anybody else.
She I'm saying that she was like in on the joking around.
Yeah, no, this is
She was,
the running gag.
yeah. I'm not cruel like that.
No,
Unlike
but-
other channels that make fun of people when they're not around.
I'm saying that was the joke in the Cult of Raven that and she was like part of the whole joke, and then it was that she claimed claimed she had peg legs, and somebody took she claimed she didn't have any legs at all, that she was all hands.
that's why she can't give out any feet
And then
pics.
someone posted a leg of a table with you, so that was her legs. Santa Raven wanted her foot pick, which we know he asked for in chats.
Yeah. Santa Raven out there? Probably asking for pics right now.
So how's the Rick and Lorenzo Sleestack show going? Hello.
Yeah. Well, with the nobody else is going on there, so it's just so I went on there today.
Cool.
I mean, yeah, so sometimes John will go on, or you'll go on. But you're probably at work.
Yeah, I'm at work.
You were
I'm
getting
at
into
work.
some deep theological discussion today.
Yeah, that was not intended. And John was trolling from the chat, but I'm not going to badmouth John.
He was trolling big time.
Yeah.
But you know, John, he likes to troll.
Oh my
Well,
lord.
I thought he was on the panel for a
That
second.
is so creepy every time you do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Stop doing that, man. You're gonna make me think it's the real person in here, like the other night. Like, was that Edwin? Did Edwin say that? Well, man, you should have asked Edwin a question in Edwin's voice.
Oh, I was too intimidated.
He would get a kick out of it, man.
Maybe next time.
He would get a big kick. He would be going, "Who did that?"
Like going, hey Edwin, how you doing, brother?
Oh, you know he's watching, right?
Are you still watching, Edwin?
He might be watching.
Oh, I pulled
He
one
probably
up
finds it
over on Manny the
entertaining.
other night, Edwin.
Yeah, you did pull it. I really thought that was set on drawn and quartered. Dude. But it's like, I don't think anybody even noticed. Only us in here. All right, I've been neglecting my chat. So let me go see. Let me go, first of all, let me white box. Josh
Nice.
Chris, because Josh Chris is very quiet. I'll white box you for a while I read the chat. All right, where was the last time we're going to read? I'm not going to read Josh Chris trying to get in here. Try to get in here. Can't get in here. Please let me get in here. Rebel Comics says, "Hey Lorenzo, what's up, Rebel Comics? Low Heart was attacked. We went through that. Okay, second time got kicked out. Pablo Romero artist. I cannot join either, but I am here now. All right, awesome. Oh, Edwin did put the link in the chat, so you guys want to go over to that Reddit? That's pretty cool. Rebel Comics says, "Low. I hope Niobe is fit. She is pretty sexy. I guess that's to you, Tank. The Meadow is here. Cool. How you doing, Meadow? He says, ahoy there. Ahoy there, Meadow. Are you a sailor?" And my beautiful Skunk Girl is saying aloha to the Meadow, which is awesome. Rebel Comics is saying breaker, breaker. Edwin Boyette says aloha again. So yes. Oh, that was from 6 minutes ago. Bethany Francis says, "LOL." The Arter Reed says, "Well, I think her table is sexy." What table? Am I missing something?
Talking about the feet and legs, the cat.
Oh, okay. Michael Beacon is here. Says, "Do it."
Do it. Do it.
What are we gonna do?
Till
What
you're
are we gonna do?
satisfied, whatever it is.
Whatever he tells us to do, we got to do it. Okay, do it. Michael Beacon says, "Oh, good, Froppy Josh." What? Really?
That's the character I'm doing right here. Froppy.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a insult. I'm like,
No,
what?
no.
The medal says, "I only sail when I'm on the hunt," and we are caught up. Obviously,
Yeah.
when Edwin was here, nobody wanted to type in the chat. Everybody was just listening to Edwin, which is cool. So, Josh, Chris, tell us about this interesting character that you are drawing.
It's another one of the characters from the My Hero Academia series. Think Toad, but a lot cooler. She can. For some reason, I can't hear crap right now. There we go. She can stick on the wall. She got a really long tongue. She can spit mucus that hardens, and she actually can like eat things and hold on to them for a while. In one scene, she regurgitates something that they needed to use to take out one of the teachers as a training course. But where like Toad from X-Men is just kind of just Toad. He can't really do very much. She's actually think like Aquaman is in a sense in water. You put her in water and she just swims like crazy and has full control and is just crazy in the water. Real cool character.
Well, she's very interesting looking, that's for sure.
You want to talk about clean lines? Those are some of the cleanest lines around, right there.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I hadn't drawn in about a week. I did that whenever I was finishing up this Barrett, and I messed up a lot. There's a lot more black than there really should have been. But yeah, you can definitely feel whenever you don't do anything for a week straight.
Oh yeah. And we're always our own worst critics, anyway.
No, my wife is my worst critic.
Oh, okay.
I just flat out tell you right there. I can actually absolutely love a piece. My wife will look at it and go, "Nah, not your best." Really? Really? I spent like 8 hours on this. I think you could do better. Man, you're so mean.
You tell your wife that she's so mean?
Oh, I tell her she's mean. Oh yeah,
It's the same thing I tell Skunk Girl all the time. So
my
mean.
wife though, her policy is she's not going to say anything. She won't apologize for anything she says because she won't say it unless it's true. So if something is crappy and she tells you it's crappy, well, guess what? It's crappy. And she's not going to apologize or sugarcoat it or try to make you feel better or, oh, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, whatever. She doesn't do that.
All right, I got my mighty wrenches in the house. You must have just got home. How you doing, KG? Being a mighty wrench as usual, throwing everybody's links in there. Awesome job.
The Submariner himself.
The Submariner, the mightiest of all wrenches. Well, at least
That's right.
do you guys hear my neighbors?
We should have a wrench off between.
Do you guys hear all that cutting? I don't know what the hell they're cutting down.
No.
I don't know if they're cutting or they're
I was
using
wondering what
a
that background noise was.
weed whacker. I apologize. You guys
I
can't
can't
hear
hear
it?
it.
Pablo's sounding good. He fixed his mic. He got his mic issues fixed.
Yeah. I changed mic.
It sounds really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in my
No,
because
we all know
I got a-
he just.
Hmm?
We all know Pablo just took out half a dozen FSB agents who were hot on his trail. He had some intelligence they wanted, and they were jamming his communications. But it's okay. No, we'll buy your cover story. It's all good. We all basically know you're like secretly like Liam Neeson, you know.
And we see
With a
Pablo doing
particular set of skills that I've cultivated over a series of years in movies, for learning from stuntmen who jumped out in front of bridges and trains in front of me. Sorry.
and we see Pablo doing his foundation as usual, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And before you know it, it's gonna be a beautiful woman.
Yeah, I'm testing my new drawing tablet.
And Trusty is covering the eyes.
The interesting thing about the foundations is it looks kind of unnatural at first, and then it just looks. Then once an artist goes and adds more details, it makes perfect sense why they do that.
What are you drawing there, Trusty?
Oh, I started this last week sometime. Just messing around with a little cover idea for. It came out on a Wednesday.
Cool.
Comics. Just an idea I had, wanted to play around with, and if it turns out all right, I'll shoot it on over to Peter.
Awesome.
Just some fun.
I saw that on another stream.
Yeah. I started it. Was just doing the rough sketching, and now I'm transferring it to the Bristol board with the light table and trying to clean it up a little bit. And I wasn't crazy about the snake I had over here. It was okay, but I decided, that's what I was working on earlier, was a little patch character to stick in there instead, more of a, amphibian, creature from the Black Lagoon type character.
Well, it's really cool.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Here's the one I was working on at during Pope Fire's stream on Saturday. I
Nice.
posted it today, but I decided it needed a little something else, so I threw the red in the background, give it a little more pop.
Cool.
I think it turned out okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Adrian.
All right, where is he? Shuffle zero. Oh, dude, I still can't feel that. I still would have. No, dude, I can't do that. It's a beautiful drawing, but no. I would have to go back and put on all those little pasties. No.
That's too funny.
Maybe another stream, but not this stream. All right, it's on free for all. So whoever talks.
Whoa.
I did go around everything. I was gonna show Tank Ferret's art, but it's a little too risque. Definitely not PG-13. Definitely not. No. Sorry, Tank.
Is there a feature just to show to screen share with the host only, or did you have to send a link? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, hold on.
Lorenzo is a perv. He wants to see it.
Yeah, we all
I'm
want
just
to see
wondering
it.
how that works too.
Lorenzo speaks for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wondered if you were able to screen share with them, or I would like to see it, but I was wondering how you shared it too.
Oh, I sent it to Manny in a DM.
Oh, okay. I'd still like to see it sometime, but I was also wondering if there was a way of only screen sharing with one person. That'd be a cool feature if they had it.
Well, we'll show you after hours.
So when somebody screen shares, it's with everybody then.
Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's with the whole wide world.
I think I've only been using Hangouts for a couple weeks now. since whatever that Titans show was on this channel.
Oh yeah.
Funny is I'm being driven crazy by my neighbor. It's not like a normal person that just uses the weed whacker and keeps his finger on the trigger. Every half
Like
second, he takes his
me,
finger off the trigger. So it's winding up over and over and over again.
Me.
I thought he was sawing down a tree.
I don't know what the hell he's doing. Driving me
I
nuts.
don't think they know what they're doing.
Just get it over with.
All right, so anybody got a favorite obscure comic that maybe some of us haven't heard of that you would love to recommend?
The Flaming Carrot.
Oh, Bob Burden, right?
Yep. Dang it. But
you
yeah,
want to
no,
hear?
I always enjoyed the Flaming Carrot.
Warp.
Warp?
You guys ever read Warp
Oh no, I don't think I have.
by Eclipse Comics? Same time as the Flaming Carrot came out.
Oh, okay.
Everybody wore a cod piece. I don't know why. It was Mike Grell. It was Mike Grell art called Warp. I think it was Mike Grell. Let me go check it out. Let me go Google. It was like Pirates in Space. Kind of neat.
Now, I'm thinking of Star Slayer, which was Mike Grell, and I think that was something similar. Did any of you guys ever hear of a series from a company called Innovation called Hero Alliance?
Yep, I like that. That was really good.
Yeah. I used to really, really enjoy that one. And, you know, that had some future superstars, you know, doing some of the early stuff. You had Bart Sears on there, Jason Pearson, and Stuart Eminem did some stuff for them. There was some good work on there. I think Ron Lim did some too.
Okay, I'm wrong. It wasn't Eclipse Comics. It was First Comics. (1983). Long time ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was great art though, dude. I mean, it was I think his name is Runner. That's what I see off the covers. It was a great series. I liked it. Warp.
Let me see. Where is that? Where's it?
Hey, Manny,
Yes.
did you see the Gary Shipman drawing Skunk Girl?
Yes. Yes, I did. With pants on. Yes, I was trying to get on that show. Gary kept on sending me the link. I would get in there, but he could never hear me.
Did you see the Pope fire that Jiminy Cricket drew without any pants?
Yeah, that's the thing is now I'm gonna make a Starfire with pants on. Yeah, but didn't Jiminy Cricket make her in panties?
Yeah, and you know, and then with like Pope Fire's hat.
Yeah.
And I was watching him draw it, and I just didn't say anything. I was like, I'm just gonna wait to see what she says. Go ahead.
It's funny. Her thinking is that she doesn't want to send something sexy to me and my wife. I'm like, Pope Fire, I created the sexy woman. Why wouldn't I want her to be sexy when I get the card?
Right?
Yeah, it's like, I could see if I wasn't the guy that created Skunk Girl, but come on, look at the one I'm drawing right now. How much more
Yeah.
alluring and sexy is that?
Her heart's in the right place.
I know, and I will love it. I mean, no matter what.
Oh, I'm sure the artwork's got to be outstanding.
I
So
mean, it's a Gary Shipman original.
yeah,
It's pretty cool. And her heart was in the right place. Bless her heart.
now does Skunk Girl wear dresses?
What?
Would she wear like say a dress?
Uh,
What is that exactly? I'm not sure what she's wearing.
Deborah would wear a dress. I don't think Skunk Girl would wear a dress. Delilah
Okay.
would not wear a dress, but Deborah would.
What is that? Is it like a bathing suit that she wears, or
Yeah, pretty much.
okay?
Pretty much.
It kind of reminds me of like a Santa suit or something, in a way. At the top,
And the boots.
Yes.
yeah.
I did get my inspiration from Mariah Carey.
Ooh.
Well, that makes sense.
My favorite Christmas song, which drives my wife crazy every Christmas. Because how many times I listen to that darn thing every night.
That's a fun song.
You're gonna
What is
listen
that
to
song?
Mariah Carey again? Yeah, I'm gonna listen to Mariah Carey again.
What's the song's name again? The Christmas song?
Isn't that all I want for Christmas is you?
You.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Lorenzo, sing it.
I don't know the words.
Just sing All I Want for Christmas Is You. There you go.
All I want for Christmas is you. Is that how song sounds?
Perfect.
Awesome.
Just like that.
That's the best of Sleestack can sing. We usually just yes.
Okay, Lorenzo, all I want you to say is, but Yogi, what will Ranger Smith say?
But Yogi, what would Ranger Smith say?
We're going to get that picnic basket, boo-boo. Mr. Ranger, sir.
Oh, I watched that as a kid, so it's an honor to
Oh, Yogi.
grow up to be Yogi Bear. It
I
could all be a
remember-
Sleestack at the same time.
I
figure that
remember
out.
when I was a kid and my mom and dad took us down to Florida and we stayed at a Jellystone Park campground. And every night they would show Hanna-Barbera cartoons and outdoor theater setting. You'd sit on these stumps that, they looked like stumps. I can't remember if they were real stumps or just molded to look like stumps, but you sit on them and watch the cartoons outside. I thought that was the coolest thing as a kid.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember those Jellystone Park roadside attractions?
Yeah, Trusty was just talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I've been slow, I guess.
Oh, my Lord.
Nice to know what I have to say. Some memorable things.
I know.
My Lord.
I know.
Lorenzo, listen to the other.
I think I need more caffeine.
Oh,
I've been real tired today. I was up last night.
oh man, you're making Trusty feel so welcomed.
Excellent.
Yeah, Trusty's sort of like, I ain't gonna say nothing anymore. Damn, Lorenzo.
Well, sometimes it takes a second for something to register in my brain. A delay.
Oh man, that was classic.
Classic sleep stack.
Classic Lorenzo.
Oh, we having fun or what tonight? Adrian, Manny, currently I'm working on my IP. Yes, Adrian, I want you to be on my cover. And I know I need to get that thing to you, Tank. I'm so sorry. I've been slacking.
Yes. No,
I've been
you're good.
slacking. I've been slacking.
The
Oh,
sooner you get it to me, the sooner I work on it.
We got great grandma Greenhouse in the house. How you doing, great grandma? Awesome. Welcome to our humble abode here, where we just have fun and be silly with each other and draw. That's all we do.
And I draw stuff that I can't show to people.
Yeah, because he draws the bobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Bob's.
The bobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are technically not naked Bobs. Technically,
yeah, but technically,
by all purposes, yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, that's the kind of stuff you see in a Vegas show.
Yes, exactly.
Well, they're pasty, so. But when they show up on the screen, when it's hard to differentiate.
Yeah.
No, they're quite differentiable from NERPs.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But
but unfortunately, I'm not a Vegas show.
Yep.
I am Good Dog Chris. We are pretty.
We have to be at least an hour and a half into the show before, so we have at least 12 minutes before we start dropping F-bombs.
It's kind of like a PG-13 show or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yes, we're very PG-13 here.
This is definitely something that would be MA-14, mature audiences. There's going to be some content.
Is that a Canadian rating?
No, it's a television rating.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I forgot about
But in terms of severity, it's the next thing up from PG-13.
Okay.
So it's not quite rated R, but it is definitely for,
It's like South Park or something.
Yeah, no, the little ones probably shouldn't. Yeah, it's like South Park level. Yeah.
So Adrian wants to know, how adult is your comic book going to be?
Whose? Mine?
Yes.
There will be some nudity. There will be some sexual themes, and there will be there will be adult language. There will be adult language. Yeah, the cruder the environment, the more adult the language. So, yeah, from time to time there is some adult language.
And Skunk Girl will never have any adult language in it, but I would not say it's for kids.
Not the stuff I saw.
No.
Intense.
Yeah, it is not for kids. It is definitely for teens and above.
Yeah, yours is definitely PG-13. Your comic.
Yes,
it's PG-13. Mine is a rated R.
Yeah, PG-13 all the way.
Yeah, violence, sexual themes, nudity, adult language.
Is yours sci-fi?
My kind of comic.
Yes, it is. It is science fiction, and it is not your father's cyberpunk. This ain't your daddy's cyberpunk. This is not the same dismal, dreary world that everyone else and their mother have imagined. This is something.
That's a welcome change.
I feel is a little more realistic. It's more of a futurist book than it is like a cyberpunk book, but it does have a lot of those strong themes. It's just kind of like the era that humanity's at,
No, I understand. Poor Pablo, he finally said something, but nobody got the chance to hear what it was.
What?
You were saying something.
Need to speak much.
But I didn't hear what you're saying.
Well, we heard it. Pablo said it's his kind of comic book. I heard it.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he was. I thought maybe he was cut off mid sentence or something because we were talking.
No.
Okay.
And we're looking at trustees. Beautiful. Awesome. Man, we're gonna have to change our name to the Clean Line Crew.
Just speak for yourself.
Oh yeah, Tank is still screechy scratchy.
I'm always screechy scratchy. I'll always be screechy scratchy. I was Clean Line Crew before a dog chewed my hand up.
Now we're looking at Josh Chris. We're gonna have it on Josh Chris for a while, because I don't think, unless you guys want to see me draw some tail. Mm.
Mm.
Mm. Not a tail, Pablo.
No, we can't see what Tank's drawing. We don't want to see you drawing tail.
Uh, I'm drawing
Holding Manny's artwork hostage. Good play, Trusty.
My wife wants me to do a group shot next. She told me, you're very good at drawing groups. So I don't know what group I should do.
I'm
I don't
drawing a
want to
group
do.
shot.
I don't want to do a JSA because Trusty just did a JSA, even though I'd rather draw JSA than JLA, but I won't do that. Any suggestions?
X-Men.
Alpha Flight.
Alpha Flight.
Oh, yeah.
I like that because hardly anybody ever draws Alpha Flight.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then again, Josh Chris likes to kill my streams.
How am I killing your streams?
He makes me draw everybody that nobody wants to look at.
Whatever, you did that Carnage and everyone loved it.
There is a reason why
It
no
didn't get
one
much viewers though. That's the only thing. I mean, I did enjoy you telling me to draw. It was really good. It was a good exercise. I mean, I did enjoy drawing the Carnage. I don't think I drew Carnage in years, so it was good.
You could do Fantastic Four.
Well,
No one likes them anymore.
Yeah, Fox killed them.
yeah, they're still my favorite team, but nah, nobody's gonna want to.
Well,
I mean, there's always an easy one. I mean,
they were dead before Fox killed them.
I mean, there's an easy one for me to do, and guaranteed I'll get viewers. I mean, Teen Titans. That's guaranteed, but I'm kind of like Teen Titan out.
Don't let Raven hear that.
Hey, you guys heard what I said the last time I was on my program, how I ended my program.
Yeah, you cursed yourself.
I did not curse myself. Oh, you're still here, even though you're part of that code of Raven. It was a totally strategic thing for me to say.
We were talking about that too, about all the various Titan cults that are
Adrian.
popping up.
All right, Adrian. We'll do that Friday night. I'll do Doom Patrol. You come in here and draw Doom Patrol with me. I know you did it already, but we'll draw Doom Patrol together.
Ooh, Thunder Agents. That's a good one.
Ooh, Thunder Agents is good too.
I would say Freedom Force before them.
But I like Doom Patrol because at least you got Elastic.
And it's coherent and it's relevant to right now.
Nobody draws Thunder Agents. I draw Thunder Agents. Dude, when I was in high school, Thunder Agents, the cover was done by George Perez. That was a good series.
So,
yes.
So another obscure one, but one that was really, really good. It only ran for 8 issues. It was a self-published title. I don't know if it was through one of the smaller companies or not, but it was a book called The Furies. Not the female Furies, not, nothing having to do with, Darkseid and Jack Kirby. It was just called The Furies. And it was an all-female superhero team. I think the writer's name was Bill Knapp, but I'm not positive. But that was some good stuff. And that's the kind of thing I really, really wish there was more of.
Do you know what year this was?
Oh, gosh, it would have been back in the early 90s. Because that was when I first started going to conventions, and I met him at Heroes Con, I think.
Furies. Not the female Furies. No, not the female Furies.
No, not the female Furies, just the Furies. I think it was black and white.
Furies. Here we go. Carbon-based comics.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, yeah. It looks pretty cool.
It was a good story. The characters were well-rounded, and they were all unique. Yeah, in fact, boy, now I want to dig through my boxes and find it and pull it out and read it again.
$2.75.
No, those were the days.
Those are the days for independent comics. I don't think I ever read that comic. Looks pretty cool though. Looks pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna jump on over to see what Pablo's doing. Pablo is doing some inks now. Awesome. Pablo is the master of flatting when he colors. Pablo loves the flat colors. Adrian, yeah, looking at the Furies covers now, and it looks pretty damn slick. Yeah, it does look slick. You're locked on Josh for a reason. Yes, I'm moving from person to person, KG, because I'm just doing a tail, which is boring. Once I start using my brush, then I'll come back to my main. Give the other artist some love. It's locked on Pablo right now.
Yeah, I don't know about any of you guys, but I know for a long time, you know, from I won't say an early age, but you know, a young adult, I really loved finding something obscure, something independent. You know, Marvel and DC, they were fine and good, but I loved anything coming out from a smaller publisher. You know, I bought a lot of stuff from Innovation. A lot of it was a miss, you know, but there was some good stuff. Here's something I found. This is a graphic novel I found called Light Runner. And Star Blaze Graphics, 1983, Donning, Norfolk, Virginia Beach. That's right around the corner from me. It's written by Lamar Waldron and Rod Wiggum, who I know went on to do some G.I. Joe stuff. But and it looks like it's colored with markers and colored pencil. But this was such a great story. I can't tell you how many times I reread this thing.
Dude, that looks awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
I got locked on here. That if that was colored, jeez.
I'm looking at it closely, and yeah, it looks like markers and colored pencil.
Dude, it looks cool.
Light Runner.
Oh. Good obscure comics.
Yeah.
All right, it's on Free for All. Free for All. I'm just doing some tail. Doing some tail and some fuzz. Damn, get your mind out of the gutter, man, Lorenzo.
We need a Rick Piper dad joke about now.
Lorenzo will take the place of Rick Piper whenever Rick Piper's not around. Did he even come into the chat? Adrian says, anyone hear of Poison Elves by Drew Hayes? Hell yeah.
Never read it, but definitely heard of it. Remember seeing it.
Poison Elves, Elf Quest, all kinds of crazy stuff back in the 80s.
Wendy Peeney, Queen of the Indies.
Yeah.
She really is. I mean, she is the biggest indie success as a female creator. her
It
comic
never-
is really
never-
popular amongst girls.
Oh man, that Elf Quest used to sell so hot.
You know
Back in
that
the day.
she's
Yep.
one of the only indie creators, creator-owned. Was it ElfQuest is one of the only creator-owned properties to cross over with Image, Marvel, and DC.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, she's done ElfQuest crossovers with the three biggest companies.
So was she the
Oh, she's a
artist? Or
powerhouse.
was she the artist, or was her
She-
husband the artist?
Gosh, I think she's one of the artists. I don't remember, man.
I never read it. I just saw it on the shelf all the time. I'm like, I think I bought.
I haven't
some
read
out
it in
of
a long time.
I think I bought some out at a 25-cent bin or something, but I never really read it.
Well, it wasn't for me. It was for my sister. You know, it wasn't necessarily for me, but it was good. I mean, I was always impressed with how popular it was.
Yep.
I was like, man, I want to be like that. I want to be like that level of creator at least.
Hmm.
And still retain my IP. But hers has been a long, hard road too. I mean, it's funny. You know, she's one of the OG cosplayers.
Cool.
Yep. And back in the 70s, she used to her favorite cosplay was Red Sonja.
Wow.
Wow, indeed, sir. Wow, indeed.
Yeah, they've got all the seasons of Comic Book Men on Amazon Prime, so I've been binge watching that, going through there, and they had somebody coming in looking for some Elf Quest in one of the recent episodes I watched.
Nifty.
Nippy.
Nifty.
Oh, I thought you said nippy. I'm
Oh,
like, what?
I heard Nippy also.
That woke up
Well,
Pablo.
Like Nipsey Russell.
That woke up Pablo.
Guys, I gotta get out of here. I'll talk to y'all later.
Take
All
care,
all right,
buddy.
later.
Take
Good
care, Josh. Thanks for coming, Josh.
No problem. See you, buddy.
See ya.
Right.
So Adrian is saying my guilty pleasure when I was a teen was a little book called Poison Elves. Man, he's going off on Poison Elves. Must have made big impression on him. My guilty pleasure as a teen was Legion of Superheroes. I wonder why. Those were some nice costumes.
Oh yeah,
Hello, nurse.
Dream Girl.
Oh, Dream Girl. I like Shadow Lass.
Yeah,
I like their costume. Dawn Star.
Saturn Girl.
Princess Projecta. Woo. I did that on one of the altars, and all the youngins were like, "Oh, who's that? Who's that? Wow, look at that costume." I'm like, "Yeah, this is the kind of costumes I had as a teenager. You guys would never have this."
Was this back in the 80s?
Yeah, 70s, 80s.
Oh, those comic books were excellent back then. I've been Andrew from Misfit Corner Comics has been showing these things that he gotten from the 50-cent bin a while back, and he's gonna get rid of some of these, and they're just amazing. The 90s still had some good cover art, and then art in the general, and then I don't know. Nowadays, a lot of it just doesn't seem to be up to par.
Well,
Here's my problem with comic covers. They're not covers. They're just pinups with the title attached to them.
yeah,
A cover is the sneak preview. That's the trailer
Yeah.
to what's inside the pages. And I mean, the artwork is great. on a lot of these covers. I mean, it's like, wow, dude, I would totally buy that as a poster. But as for like as to the content of the comic, they're often like misleading even.
There might be
When they
several
do
people
have.
working on a comic book, several different artists, and one page you'll have one artist who's amazing. Then you turn the page and it's a different artist. I actually
Oh,
saw
you know what
that.
that is though? That's production problems.
Yeah.
When you see that is a company that is having issues with productions. That good artist was not sticking to deadline and had to be replaced.
That was one of the big two, I think. I saw that
Oh,
from.
yeah.
Well, it happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it happens, I think, with Pixar movies too. There'll be different directors. They'll change. They'll have like 2 or 3 directors on a film.
Well, with Pixar, they have different directors for different types of scenes. So, yeah.
Oh well, I could understand that, but I think sometimes they just don't they just fire people or. Well, I don't want to spread a rumor if it's not true.
No, not really. I
It's
mean,
kind of weird.
people do get pulled from projects when they're unable to meet what the company's demands are. I mean, Hollywood is a very brutal place,
Yeah,
but
I mean, like what they do with Solo.
fired is a harsh term for that, because usually that's why they say, oh, we remove them from the project. They're not fired. They're still employable by the company.
Okay.
Per se, so the company's not like firing them. They're just saying, oh, okay, this person didn't work for that project. And that happens a lot in the entertainment industry. You'll be working on a project, you'll send it in, you're like, all right, cool, great, we're 24 hours ahead of deadline. They get it back, they're like, all right, we reviewed it, thank you very much, here's your payment, we're gonna have somebody else finish this project.
I heard that happened to the 2 original directors of Solo, and they brought in Ron Howard later on.
Oh, dude, when you have to Hail Mary Ron Howard, things have gone south.
It would be interesting to see what the original cut looked like. I think it was like 90% done or something, wasn't it? I think a lot of it was filmed.
I liked it. It was okay. I didn't think it was horrible.
Well, that's the thing, is that I didn't hear as bad of things about that as The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solo was okay. People thought that there's going to be a thing with the robot and Lando, and I don't think it was really it wasn't really in Solo, was it?
No.
It was just kind of something that some writer had talked about or something, but it never made it in there.
No. I mean, they were trying to retcon a lot of stuff, but they had to just trying to shove everything to try to make sense. But it was okay. It wasn't bad. I mean, The Last Jedi, you cannot force me to watch that ever again.
Was Rogue One good?
Rogue One was excellent.
Oh, I loved Rogue One.
A lot of people like that.
Star Wars Mission Impossible.
Yep. That was good.
So now apparently they're doing for the streaming service, they're developing a show based on the Cassian Andor character from Rogue One. Takes place before that movie.
That's what happens when Disney buys a property. The mouse will beat it to its dead.
I tell you, I just wish that they had recast the characters that we all love. I mean, you get different actors playing different characters over the years. How many James Bonds have we had?
Exactly.
Recast them and then tell stories that came right after Return of the Jedi. I would have loved for them to do the Thrawn trilogy as a trilogy of movies.
Well, remember, they explained that. They explained why there's so many James Bonds. James Bond is just the title of the job, the 007 James Bond. All those secret agents, they have a fake name attached to their number to their number sorting.
Really?
Yep.
When did they do that? That's
Pierce Brosnan.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, and that's why Miss Moneypenny is the same person all the way through. That's why they're the same people. They just can you imagine how many agents she's been through? It's like holy moly, man. That's the epic character. Unfortunately, I think the actress passed away.
Why do they feel the need to have to explain something like that?
Yeah.
Just go on.
Because they needed to use Pierce Brosnan in another movie because he was so popular in the previous movie. He was disavowed as an agent. He was burned. So they did one last hurrah with him using that James Bond cover, even though he's a burned agent. And it was terrible. It was a terrible movie with terrible special effects. And basically it was a giant hour-and-a-half long car commercial for not an Aston Martin.
It wasn't the one that was surfing, was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh God, that's so horrible.
So
No.
does that mean 007 is just one James Bond, and there were these different James Bonds?
All 007s are James Bond.
Oh, but I thought you said they have a different number after their name.
No,
No.
there's different agents that have other numbers. We've met other 00s
Oh, okay.
throughout this series of movies. Like 006 turns out to be a traitor in one of the movies, and then in a later movie, there's a different person playing 006.
So is it that
Because-
did they explain it that these have they explained in the movies that these are different agents taking on the name James Bond?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and here's the horrid reality. As awesome as James Bond as awesome as James Bond is, he's still disposable. And that is the reality of international espionage.
Oh
Just
yeah.
ask the poor Taylor, Mr. Garrick.
Well, that ruins it for me.
I always thought they
don't
were
know.
just different reboots or something, or kind of soft reboots.
No, and
where
that's
they had
why
different
Idris
people.
Elba is a valid James Bond candidate. It's not because it's a changing of the ethnicity or skin color of a character who's supposed to be white. It's that no, James Bond is just a cover.
And James
just a
Bond
code
has
name.
to be British, so it
And
can
it's not
he could
even
be
it's not
black
even
or Asian.
oh yeah, he has to be because it's Royal Majesty's Secret Service. So, you know.
Wow.
But
So that's the one intrinsic quality that
Yeah.
hopefully won't change, is he'll be British.
yeah, and honestly, in today's intelligence environment, where the intelligence needs to be done because the Cold War is basically flat, white people kind of stick out like a sore thumb. Like in the real intelligence community, that is like where it is. It is definitely not beneficial to have pasty skin. You are not going to get a field assignment. You are going to sit behind a desk.
Oh, I
Why?
see, yeah.
Because you stick out like a sore thumb. You can't blend in, and that's part of intelligence, is being like, I can blend right into a crowd. Back in the Cold War, our standard James Bond could blend right into crowd because it was, capitalism versus communism.
True.
But today's espionage environment is you got a lot of different nations coming up in the world, and you have warlords getting power into their hands. There's a whole bunch of like James Bond plot fuel to be had.
Yeah, I'd never objected to a black person playing James Bond. I almost said James Brown.
Dude, if Hollywood whitewashes James Brown, there's going to like everybody, all people will finally stop fighting amongst each other, come together, and just sack Hollywood and burn it to the ground. Because you just don't mess with the Godfather of Soul.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see what Pablo's doing. He's doing some nice goggles upside down. Okay. We see this. We see Mr. Trusty using a light box. It's awesome. And I'm gonna go paint some tail. All right.
You just like saying that.
Hey, why not? Why not? Did all my pen stuff. Now I'm just gonna go. I cannot open up my ink, which is dried the cover on,
Oh no.
but I do have some black paint, so that's what I'm gonna use.
Soak it in hot water, my friend.
Well, it's almost dry anyways, but I just watered down my acrylics. It'll
Well,
work.
that's what I'm saying. Like, soak it in some hot water and clean it when you get the chance.
Yeah, it's check that out. That ain't gonna that ain't gonna open.
Oh man.
That's not gonna open.
Let's see
This will
here.
work.
Adrian had a lot to say on that on the James Bond stuff.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I was going to say something.
Go read it. Go read it. I'm not gonna.
Oh, I'm looking at it.
I'm just gonna be painting away over here.
Yeah, he said Skyfall made Daniel Craig last name actually Bond. Really? Gosh, they can't even keep their own continuity straight. I'm disappointed. I knew there was another reason I don't like the Daniel Craig Bond.
I don't think I
I
watched
like-
any of them.
I've watched one of the Daniel Craig Bonds and movies, and I was like, oh, this is a good action movie. It's not James Bond.
Mm.
I was like, this is not James Bond. This is something else. This is trying to compete with like Jason Bourne and stuff like that.
I like Daniel Craig in Defiant. That was pretty cool.
Oh, he's a fantastic actor. He's a fantastic actor, and I thought he, even though the one I saw was him becoming Bond, so. And well, see, and that's the thing. It's like, so terrible, so terrible. I have to go watch those movies again. I'm a glutton for punishment. Yeah, the end of Skyfall is at Bond Manor. Well, that still could just be a cover. I'll have to watch it and find out. All right. Guys, I am going to have to go.
Uh-oh.
I
Good seeing you.
have a honeydew.
Uh-oh. Where can we see Tank?
You guys can catch me here on Thursday, and you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at /TankFerretArt.
Cool.
I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm probably buckling down and getting some work done, so I'll be offline.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to get myself a little bit more personal time. The previous week, I had basically gotten 3 to 4 hours every night for like actually a couple of weeks now. Caught up to me this weekend. So I don't like that. It's not fun. But I'm going to finish up this cheesecake. And then I'm going to have to censor the heck out of it so I don't get flagged on the internet.
Don't worry about it.
All right. Y'all have yourselves a great one.
Thanks for
Take care,
coming,
Tank.
Tank.
Okay. Bye,
Good
thanks.
night.
Thanks for having me. Ciao.
I thought he was going to tell. I forgot what. He was on Rick Piper yesterday. So Rick asked Tank, so where can we find you? He goes, well, you can find me Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Good Dog Press, and on Tuesday and Thursday on on ERTs. I thought that was so hilarious. I was like, okay, cool.
Oh, yeah. You plug your channels all the time.
Yes, he does. He does.
He does. I do a fair amount as well.
And I like when Lorenzo goes on other shows and plugs my channel and people try to get off that subject.
Really? Does that
They're like,
happen?
oh, we don't want to hear about Manny's channel.
Was that Rick?
I'm not going to say what channel you're on, but they just ignore you when you start talking about me.
Well, that'd be useful to know.
It's hilarious. It's like I'm a big secret. Nobody knows about me.
I also mentioned Tales from Beyond the Gate from time to time.
Yes, you do.
How long does the Tales from Beyond the Gate campaign go on for?
I think there's 8 more days.
Was it a 30-day, 45-day?
It was a 60-day
Was it
option.
60-day?
It was 60. And there was a stream last night where the owner of that, the head honcho of the Indiegogo was asking his stream why did it fail?
Well, he's still promoting it.
Yeah.
It hasn't quite failed yet.
Well,
It was an interesting discussion.
yeah. That's all I'm going to say.
I already told you what I think.
Yeah, we're not going to speculate about it on air.
No.
But I would invite anybody to back that.
Yeah. I mean, go back it if you guys really want this book. Go back it. You know, if you guys have confidence in it, go back it.
He says there's not going to be the same exact book in that format necessarily in the future if it fails. So I mean, that's what he said last night.
Yeah, you guys can go watch that stream.
Well, how close is it?
Isn't it 60%?
It's far away.
Yeah.
It's far away.
I thought it was like 60% funded.
Yeah, but you got 8 days left, and you got to make up $4,000.
Oh, I see.
That's a lot.
Yep.
Well,
Kate Bond is in the chat saying 16 likes.
look,
Not too shabby.
Cool. Thank you.
Antonio Bryce from Brand.
Oh, yeah.
He tried like 3 times before.
Yep.
Oh, I heard the same thing. Yeah.
So
I know he's on Kickstarter before.
you can fail, and you go and start over, and maybe you can get it next time.
Yep.
Now, has anybody been on discussing it on Billy Tucci's crowdfunding comics? I think that's relatively new, isn't it?
I don't think so.
They had Mitch Brightweiser on there tonight.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this was really good. You guys should go back and watch the replay. But that would certainly be a good outlet to try to get on before the campaign ends. Because Billy's pretty popular.
Yep.
Yeah.
KG says 18 likes now.
Cool. If you guys like this content, you guys like the people on here, please hit the like button. It helps us grow. It gets into the whatever matrix analytics that YouTube does. Try to get a little bit more likes.
Well, the same individual, won't say his name, is streaming right now. So that might be why members of the Cult of Raven weren't rushing in here when
I'm never worried about people being here or not being here. They can go wherever they want. You know,
you're getting likes, so that's a good sign.
You can always
be stopping by briefly and liking it.
I mean, I've always of the mindset, make a good product, people will come back and watch it when they have time to watch it.
Well, that's true.
And I'm smart enough to make really good thumbnails. I'm smart enough to put Pablo Romero's art out there for people to come back and watch the streams later.
I saw Edwin in the thumbnail when I posted it on Facebook.
Cool. Yep.
I think that's Edwin. It's a little dark, but
Yeah, I love listening to people's videos and streams while I'm sitting there at the computer, just working away.
Yeah.
Ad stuff keeps me company.
Oh, we got Ryan Cardno in there. Says Manny, Ryan.
Oh, hey, Ryan.
What's up? How you doing, Ryan? We got Kate Blom, we got Ryan, we got Adrian. Adrian, we got Art of Reed in there. Awesome.
I think you have a lot of super fans who just keep returning, and that's great.
Well, we share a community. I mean, you guys all know we all have the same, pretty much the same people watch all our streams. So we do share a really nice, good community. And if you give them the product that they want, we give them. I wouldn't say we give them a PG-13 show. Sometimes it go off the rails, but most of the time we keep it as clean as possible. And that's what they expect from us. You come into my chat, you're not going to get hit over the head. You're not going to get timed out. You're not going to get all that fun stuff. It happened. That's why I took away all the wrenches. So it's a good, clean place. You don't got to worry about your kids watching this show.
And a couple other streams took away wrenches too. After you did that, it's interesting.
Yeah, because they figured out, oh, Manny knows what he's doing. Like, yeah. I mean, I got criticized for doing it, and then they finally realized, yeah, too many wrenches is not good, people. You got to, I mean, a person that has the wrench should be special, should be somebody you trust that's going to be working. I trust KG to be in there. He's going to be putting everybody's links on there. I don't ever got to tell KG to do it. He's going to be there to do that for me.
I like the painting, by the way.
The what?
Painting.
Painting?
Whatever you're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean it's inking, but I'm using a brush, and I'm actually using my acrylic paint because my inks are all dried up. Well, it's not dried up. I just can't open up my stupid ink. But it'll work. I mean, I'm not going straight acrylic. I put some water in it, so it's kind of like an ink right now. Just take my time.
Cool.
Yeah. That way I don't got to be using markers for this. And so this would be considered an original piece of artwork.
Most definitely.
Yep. Because I did redraw it. It wasn't like, oh, I just printed up the blue lines. I did print up the blue lines, and you can see the blue lines. You can see how I changed the hairdo. She doesn't have this real long, wispy hair anymore. It's kind of more, it's long, but it's not super, super long. I got rid of all these lines. We don't need all this. Make it more crisp, more clean. Redid her tail a little bit. Redid her curl. Gave a little bit more structure to the face. Fixed up some of the anatomy. I mean, that's what happens after, like I said, 5 months when we did this original drawing.
Was that drawn by hand and then put into the computer? Then?
Yeah, I actually drew this by hand. I actually drew it by hand. This is actually, I put all the Skunk Girl stuff into all these portfolios. I would have to go look for it. I don't want to be flipping through it. I'll actually put it on. Let me go put it on Trusty for a while. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's go put it on Trusty for a while while I look for the original. Then I can show you the original sketch. Everything for me is sketches, real fast sketches. Then I'll put it into, I'll just draw it. I drew this, the original was digital.
Oh, the original was digital?
No, well, the original fast thumbnail, and then, yeah, the original drawing was actually digital, yeah.
I mean, the one you're working on now or something else?
The one I'm working on now, yeah, it was digital at one time.
Oh, okay. Because you said you printed it. I didn't know if you drew it, then edited it in the computer, and then. Okay, so you drew it in the computer.
You know what would be fun one night is to have artists on and have them pull out stuff that they drew when they were kids.
Dude.
I
gotta see that.
Bring out the old comics that we started and never finished.
Oh, You guys think Cross Comics has a lot of characters? Dude, he got nothing on me. I got too much stuff. It's hilarious. But that's what you do in high school. You make up all these characters. Okay, here, I'll put it right back onto me. This is actually the thumb. Oop, I better pull this to the side. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that was a thumbnail that I did October 4th. October 4th, 2018. That's this right here. So from here, I did this online, digitally. I assumed around that time. And then this is the new product.
Yeah. Much better.
Yep, much, much better.
Oh yeah, you keep getting better and better, and
Too
just
much scritchy scratchy. Too much scritchy scratchy. Now this looks clean. Of course, now I'm gonna have to put this into my computer, let this dry a little bit. I'll scan this in, and then you guys see once the blue line goes away, then I can enhance it digitally if I see something needs to be more enhanced. But yeah, so this is that's how it starts thumbnails, and went to that. And these are all the, I mean, this has everything in here. All the Skunk Girl, all the stuff, how I started it off. Even the original. Oh, I don't have the original drawing, but this is the original drawing for the very first video that I did. This is the. I don't even know if there's a. Yeah. So this is the very first one that I did, and that was the video that I did. The first speed video.
I love the way you draw her face.
The way that actually, I was looking at Art T. Bear. That's how I got the face. I was looking at one of his faces. I think it was Aphrodite 9. That's what I used. Just looking at his proportions and stuff. And I did that real fast.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
I really like his channel.
Then I did a trebuchet. And this is the cover. This is the original cover. You can see there's fur on her legs also. And the boots are different. But this is pretty much the cover that I wanted to make, that I've been working on.
Yeah.
And I really screwed up on the face. I really had to do the face over and over and over again. But that was how many months ago? 5 months ago. So I did fix up the face now. I mean, you guys can see the face. I show it almost every night.
Yeah.
The fixed up face. I mean, I got so many stuff that I want to do, so many other pieces of artwork. But I remember Edwin, when I was on live stream with Edwin, he really liked this pose. So that's why I wanted to redo that pose. And then we got Skunk Girl versus Squirrel Girl Street Fighter edition. That's the peace sign that she's gonna do at the end of the video. I still haven't done that video yet. Squirrel Girl getting punched out. Of course, Skunk Girl being happy. Yippee! Squirrel Girl. I mean, just sketches of what I wanted to do. And I'll do it one day. It's just gonna take a while. Yeah. So I got all these stupid.
I like that one before I just saw a second ago.
What? Which one?
Did I see a hind end there? Or
which
maybe
one?
I imagined that.
What was that?
Thought maybe I saw a hind end like a page before.
Well, I'm not going to show that page. That's a spoiler. If I do the Squirrel Girl versus Skunk Girl, that's the ending. It's kind of like Mortal Kombat. Finish her. I'm not going to show that. No, I never did do this. I want to do a high-end painting on this.
Yeah.
That'll be a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
I don't know which face I'm going to use. Yeah, I don't know if I I got to do this traditionally. I mean,
I think this is the sort of thing that a lot of the people in the audience probably like seeing because it's interesting to see how artists come up with these sketches and then they.
Of course, you guys seen this one. I've done that one before.
Yeah.
And this is actually in the comic book. I use this pose in a comic book. Yeah.
I like that face.
You guys saw this one. I did that one. That was fun. But my face.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. I want to use this in the book too. I haven't used it yet, but I should. I don't know where it would fit though. Maybe in book 2. Yeah. These are all my notes. All action poses. Yep. And I'm actually gonna do you guys saw this one. I did this on live stream also. The Blackfire. I did that one Friday night. Yeah. That was fun to do, the Blackfire. Nope. Spoiler.
That was cool.
Spoiler. Spoilers. Ooh. That's for Pablo. There you go, Pablo. Pablo like.
Yeah.
I love this drawing. This drawing, I put this drawing as a thumbnail for one of my videos. At the end of the night,
yeah.
we did a live stream, and I got like 77 people to watch that live stream. This video is up to 430 now. I don't know why, but this is like the best thumbnail I ever put on.
Oh, I know why.
Yeah. So I want to redraw this. I mean, this was a fast thing that I did. I want to redraw this. I want to do this better. I mean, this was back in November, so I know I can do this better. So I definitely want to do this one again. Redo it. And this is the night that I did the 100 giveaway. I was just doing fast sketches. What am I going to do that night? And this is just a fast, just to get your hand warmed up. And this is the one that Risey Lee got. He got the original to this. So this was just me sketching out what I was going to do. And this is what JP4 got. So I just did it, see what I was going to do. And then I just did a real fast gesture drawings before I did the thing. Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, I gave that away to this lady that
I can only
retired.
see part of that.
Yeah.
See a little thing with a hat on.
Yeah. And then I did this. I need to send this out so people can use this as reference if they want to do a Skunk Girl.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to send this out. And then just practicing faces. Just practicing faces. Fun stuff. And I did this online. The club member. More faces. More faces. Practicing more faces. This will be good in the book also.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Dirty Harry kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the original skunk. The original costume for her.
I can only see part of that.
Oh, sorry. There.
Thanks.
That's the original costume.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's changed a lot.
Oh yeah. Changed a lot.
I love that face on the lower left of the top page.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is this will be in the book. This is definitely going to be in the book. I know exactly where I need to put this.
I wouldn't mess with her.
That's sure.
You wouldn't mess with her? And of course Pablo loves this one.
Oh, I think we all do.
I know Pablo loves that sketch.
Yeah.
Booty.
Booty call for Pablo. Yeah. And then I don't know if you guys watched Rick Piper this morning, but he has a contest. I'm throwing my drawing into the contest, Rick.
Nice.
How's that, Rick?
I really like that contest that I like how he's coming up with ideas, even if he's borrowing them from other streams. Sometimes, I think that really adds to a show.
Oh my lord. My wife. See the post-its? That's what he draws all the time at work and brings them home. Yeah, when you get a good idea, you got to jot it down as soon as possible. That's what I do.
Yeah,
That's a really good, solid figure, Manny.
that's the character he drew that Rick drew earlier.
Yeah, he feels really
Leo.
feels solid. I mean, the anatomy feels really the solids is the best word I can come up with for it. You know, he really exists in the space.
Well, the whole thing with this, I mean, this is Lorenzo. This is what I like to do. This is why when I buy original artwork, I love it when you see how the artist started doing. Okay, I'm gonna put the hand back here. That ain't working. Let me redraw the hand again. Okay, that works. But even when I redrew the hand, I still did, just tweaked it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Same with the foot here. I had the foot up kind of like a Spider-Man. I'm like, that don't work. So I redrew the foot down here.
But Rick you heard Rick complaining about that earlier, Pat?
What was he complaining about?
Oh, he said. Oh no, he said if when he gets hard, he doesn't want. See,
oh yeah,
put the artist dead or whatever.
Like, he doesn't like the sausage. I love the sausage.
Yeah.
I love the.
I think it looks cool.
I love the blue lines. I love the graphite, and then I don't know if I want to ink this or this is to me this is good enough. I mean, I'm not going to do anything more with this. I can't spend time doing this. I'll tweet this to him and see if he shows it tomorrow on his show. Most likely he will. And then he'll go, oh, Manny's watching me. I'm always watching, Rick. I'm always watching. The funny part with this pose, you could put a hammer in his hand. This could be like Thunderstrike. Back from the 90s. I wasn't thinking about it, but after I finished it, I'm like, oh, that looks like Thor. Cool. And at least my character doesn't look homeless. Dude, his character looked homeless. That's why everybody was giving him homeless guys.
Yeah, isn't he supposed to have some sort of beard, or does he have it on there?
Well, I have a beard on mine.
Okay, it's just not like a.
Yeah, I mean, here,
scraggly one.
I don't know if you can see it better.
Oh, okay, now I see it.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
And nice, crisper lines. Crisper, nicer lines. With line weight. With line weight. Not just clean lines, with line weight. Line weight makes a big difference. That's why I look at a Trusty sidekick here. Look at Trusty's work. Look at Pablo Romero's work. You can see the line weights, which really makes a difference to give you volume.
Yeah.
So the line weight, that's how does that work?
I'll do it real simple for you. If it's on the top and light's going to hit it, it's going to be thin. If it's on the bottom and shadow, it's going to be thicker. So you notice all my stuff on the top is thinner, then the bottom is thicker. You can see that all over. Everything is thick on the bottom. It's thinner on the top.
That makes sense.
His coat is thin on the top here, but over here it's thick because that's where the shadow is going to be. That's just a fast way of saying it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. So you want to do line weight. It gives more volume to your figure. If it's coming towards you, it's going to be thicker. Farther back, it's going to be thinner.
This is the sort of thing that I'd like more people to like understand. Like this is why I'd like to and I'm not trying to plug myself really, but when I start a channel, I want to kind of introduce people to that because I'm from the outside of and I wasn't a comic book collector my whole life, like a lot of people. So
well, that's cool. I mean,
I don't know how many collectors know about the details though of that, because I don't remember seeing arts, done not like when I was a kid, I'd see somebody drawing a comic book character on TV. This thing with YouTube is really amazing that one can actually see the artist drawing now and see them making the sausage.
Well, we're looking at Pablo Romero now. Why does she have bandages on her hand?
I don't know.
Well, it looks cool.
Yeah, that is why.
But you
It is
see,
cool.
you see Pablo's artwork, Lorenzo. You see on the bottom it's thicker than the top. His lines,
Yeah.
but he's very subtle, very clean. But you can see under the arm, under the arm, you can see the little thickness to it compared to the arm that's right next to it. That's line weight.
It seems extremely subtle with his.
It's subtle, but he's doing it. I mean, you can
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
yeah. But just that subtleness makes a big difference in how the artwork pops.
Oh, it does. It does. It makes it a lot more realistic feeling.
Well, it gives volume to it. I mean, remember, you're working in 2D. You got to fake the 3D to it. So it looks awesome.
And I see the different like the different circles and stuff, like the blue lines.
Mm-hmm. So Trusty Sky Sidekick is answering Eagle 43's question. Eagle 43 wants to know what Trusty Sidekick is drawing. And Trusty Sidekick is drawing the concept for a cover for It Came Out on a Wednesday from Alterna. If it turns out well, he's going to send it to Peter.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Peter's a great guy.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been an Alterna fan, ever since I first heard it mentioned on your boy Zach's channel, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he says it's impossible to waste one's money at that price.
Exactly.
Know?
Exactly. Even if you get something in, this one wasn't really my cup of tea. You're only out $1.50.
And some of them are outstanding.
Oh yeah. It's about time for me to place another order from the Etsy store. I don't go to a local shop regularly because I'm not buying anything these days except for Alterna.
Yeah.
And the shop that I do sometimes go in, the owner's a friend of mine. He does get Alterna in, but it sells out.
Yeah, that's cool that he's I think he had to expand his company recently. He was doing so well. I think he's expanding the company now.
Yeah, that's what his most recent Indiegogo was for, was to help him increase the storage area he's got. And then he had other stretch goals. He's, got plans to develop an independent distribution system in the future. I mean, that's a ways off, but it's something he's been thinking about and working on. So hopefully, that's something that will come to fruition in the next few years.
Yeah, I really like the idea and of printing on newsprint again, like the old comic books in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's quality newsprint. Like it looks like it's made better quality than what they had then.
Yeah.
Because some of the books, I'm not sure. Like I think like some of the Marvel books might not have even had as good of newsprint as they have, as he's using nowadays. I could be wrong. And then he uses ink that the way the ink process is it doesn't get on people's it doesn't wash off the page. What he was talking about.
Right.
He did a lot of really great streams where he talks about the process of making comic books.
I love how, when Richard did a couple of videos and he would be reviewing the comic and then he'd show you his hands where the ink had come all off of the cover onto his fingers, and left fingerprint marks on the cover, and he wasn't in a hot room. He was in an air-conditioned room, but still, you know, the whatever process they'd used,
Yeah.
just the stuff. But Peter would stand there and hold the comic, you know, in his fingers and hold it there for a couple of minutes in front of the camera and then pull it off and show you no ink on his fingers, no ink off of the cover.
That's great stuff. Have you seen Peter's? I think I saw Peter drawing before on some older streams.
Oh yeah, that's where I first started watching him, was when he was doing a lot of commission drawing streams. He would do these little 5-minute sketch card sketches. And it was great, you know, what he was able to do in just 5 minutes. They were I think they were a Kickstarter reward.
Doesn't he also write? Does he write as well? Or does he mainly draw?
I think he wrote the chair.
Yeah, because it seems like he does it all, which I think is really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, these days he really only has time for the publishing side of it.
Yeah, but I think the fact that he knows how to do all that stuff, though, is cool.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Keep on going, Lorenzo.
What?
Keep on going. Keep it going.
Oh, I was
That's what
done
you're
with
here
that.
for. Don't be a YouTube star. Keep it going.
Oh, I thought YouTube star talks too much.
You gotta keep it going. No dead air.
Oh no.
Take some questions from the audience.
Yeah,
Read the chat.
Did we read the chat? I've got it. It's like in a different window for me.
I was scanning in my artwork. That's all.
Oh, Nasser's in the chat.
Nasser's in the chat.
He was. He's gone.
Oh no.
Oh, dude, you scared him off.
Oh,
Boo.
Trusty Psychic told him to eat a salad.
What?
I always tell Nasser to eat a salad. He was doing those lunch videos from his car, you know, and he's eating chili or pizza or hot dogs or something. And if I was watching, I would always pipe in with "Eat a salad, Nasser."
Okay, let me answer that question for Flip. Manga is its own style. I mean, I know they hardly have any line weights, but it is what it is. I mean, it's more like, I mean, you look at a cartoon. There's hardly any line weights in the old cartoons, so that's why people would just expect it from manga, I guess. And it works for them. It works for them. But for American comics, we kind of like our line weights.
it depends on the artist.
Yeah.
Some manga artists do line weight.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I can say about that. All right.
All he has to say about that.
That's what I'll say about that. Oh,
Mom always told me comics would like the box of chocolates.
Wow, there were a lot of people in the chat. Humphrey Bear and
Humphrey. Well, we got 15 people watching. If you guys like what you see up here, please give us a like. Why am I talking like this all of a sudden? I'm definitely not from the South.
Well, I'm from Virginia, and when I was at William and Mary, 2 years I roomed with a great guy from New Jersey. And when we would go home for a break, like a Christmas or something, and then we'd come back, you know, I'd be talking more like this, and he'd be going like this a mile a minute. And I go, Jim, you have to slow down. I can't understand what you're saying. He's going, oh my God, Kevin, your accent is so terrible. After about a week, we sort of, you know, met somewhere in the middle.
Cool. All righty. Where did it go? I'm listening to our stream 5 seconds later. My wife has it so loud. It's hilarious.
yeah, there's that delay. Apparently, Nasser was on during the part where we're talking about. I was talking about Jiminy Cricket and I think Humphrey Bear said no pants ? Or something like that.
No pants.
With Jiminy Cricket's drawing. I mean, that's how far back the chat is.
That's cool. That was quite a ways back. All right, I am looking for the
No,
original.
I'm saying that's how long since we've been reading the chat.
Cool. Cool.
I just not sure where one would pick up from that far back.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're good. We're good.
Adrian says Pablo no sexy.
Pablo no sexy.
Hmm?
Pablo's too sexy.
Pablo knows with a K
Oh, yes, he does.
how to do
Mm.
sexy stuff. Whoa, that sounds wrong.
What?
He says Pablo knows sexy, like he knows how to draw sexy stuff, or he knows sexy stuff when he recognizes it. And
Well,
KG says yes, Pablo does.
I think
And
we all know that.
Flip
Pablo
says a
is-
lot of manga art
I know.
seems to generally have the same line weight. Okay,
Yes,
you read that.
I
Sorry.
answered that.
Oh, Flip says no pants are the best.
Alrighty. Do.
Oh, Eagle is wondering what Trusty was drawing.
Trusty, talk about your art piece.
Okay. I told Eagle in the chat what it is. I just had an idea for a cover for it came out on a Wednesday. You know, it always features monsters of some sort and comics. I happen to have one right here. So this is an ongoing double-sized anthology from Alterna Comics. And, you know, this one looks, you know, it's drawn in a Kirby style, kind of, you know, Kirby-ish, but there's some characters from, I think it's Midnight Mystery characters anyway. So, yeah, it's an anthology, double-sized, you know, only $1.99. So, I mean, it's a lot of bang for the buck. And so I just thought it might be fun to, you know, have some monsters sitting around in their own clubhouse reading comics and a couple of, you know, human kids poking their heads through the window looking at what they're doing.
That's so cool.
That's cool.
Thanks.
Oh, that looks nice. Is that like an anthology or what? Or is it one comic book that you were? I mean, was it the same storyline?
According to Trusty Sidekick, as he said 30 seconds ago, anthology.
I can't hear what you're saying. Sounds like you're talking to your hand.
Am I talking to my hand? Can
It's
you hear
just
me now?
distorted.
Interesting.
No, that's better.
Yes,
You know Lorenzo doesn't listen to me when I speak.
I know.
I can't hear it. I was asking about the book. The book you were looking at.
To anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't listen to anybody.
No, you're making it. Are you making it for that same book, or are you making it for a different book? I heard you mention Midnight. What's that called?
Yeah, a Midnight Mystery. That's another alternate title. It's really, really good.
People say it's a really good title, but that wasn't the same thing as what you were talking.
No.
About, so that's what I was asking about.
Right. I think that cover was done by the artist for Midnight Mystery, Bernie Gonzalez. And I mean, I think I saw his character down in the corner. But no, I mean, this drawing I'm doing would be, you know, it's an idea for it came out on a Wednesday. And, you know, like I said, if it finishes up pretty good, if I like it, you know, I'll send it to Peter and say, you know, I just did this for fun. You know, I'm not expecting anything, just wanting to share it.
Was that it came out on the Wednesday that you were holding up? That's what I was wondering. Okay.
Here it is.
Okay, now I understand. Yeah, because you were talking about a couple different things.
Let me turn my lights on so you can see it.
Because I follow a lot of alternate pages, Twitter pages.
You know, it's got some color stuff. This first story was in color. Is pretty good. I think that's the same.
So
guy.
it is an anthology. That's
It is, and it always has like a little feature on the cover artist and the making of the cover. And here's like a page or from Mr. Crypt, which is one of the all ages titles.
Oh, cool. What threw me is you opened it up, showed a couple pages, and closed it. That threw me off.
Oh, sorry.
I was listening to the rest of what you were saying. It's just that got thrown off there.
Got it.
Cool.
This is beautiful, though. Oh, that Mr. Crypt, that looks so cool.
Yeah, Mr. Crypt is pretty funny.
They got so much good stuff, and it's so affordable.
And The Wicked Righteous is another title from Alterna, and so there's some individual Wicked Righteous stories continuing in this that are not part of the regular series. He does these chapters specifically for it. Came out on a Wednesday, I believe that's correct. And then back in the back, he has a list of comic shops in all the states and other countries that carry Alterna comics.
Oh, that's cool. That's a great way of promoting the local comic stores.
Yep.
Alrighty, cool. Pablo's doing some boots. All right, so I'm going to lock it on my screen so I can show you guys what I did tonight. So this was a drawing that I did online many months ago from this sketch that I did. This is a digital drawing, so I was not too happy with it. I mean, it's good for what it was at the time. It was a good idea, but not executed the way I wanted to execute it. So what I did was I did that black and white. I printed it in blue, and I re-inked it traditionally tonight. Redid the anatomy, redrew it. And so when you put it into digital, what you can do is you can actually go in here and tonal correction and take away all the blue lines. And here's what it's going to look like.
Wow.
Yeah.
The original was nice, but this looks so much better.
So
I mean,
I still have to go in there. There's still some things I'm looking at that looks a little scratchy, but it's a vast improvement over what it was.
And I didn't even know why you had redone it. And I look at this and I see why.
What you see in the scratchy, that is some of the pencil that I should have erased before I scanned it in. So let me go back. Yeah, so you can tell that I didn't get rid of all the pencils. So you can see some of the graphites in there. There's still graphite, which I should have erased before that's why it's a little jagged. So I'm going to have to erase all the graphite first. But I won't do that tonight. I'll wait to make sure it really dried before I do that.
Yeah.
But you guys can see what a difference it's going to be once I get rid of all the graphite. I mean, compare that to this. I mean, there's no comparison. It looks much cleaner.
Yeah.
It looks, I mean,
Yeah.
it's gonna look hot. It's gonna get there, people, and that's what I'm doing to all the pages that I've done so far for Skunk Girl. I'm just redrawing, making sure the anatomy is way better, getting rid of all the unnecessary lines, getting rid of what we call the scratchy. I mean, we don't need that. Not for Skunk Girl. I mean, look at her face. I mean, her face looks cleaner, much neater. Like I said, I just got to go back in and erase all the graphite before I scan it in. Because all that scratchy should not be on there.
Yeah.
It's just the pencils, which I didn't erase yet. But I'll do that. I mean, I could actually just digitally erase it, but so much easier. Just go back with a really good eraser and erase all the junk. KG is saying flaming hot, Manny. I guess KG likes the improvements. Well, I think most of you guys see that it's a way better improvement. It's going to be a better product.
Yeah.
Sometimes people rush out their Indiegogo's when it's not ready. So my whole thing is I've been listening to Edwin. He's telling me take your time, clean up my lines, and you guys can see just this one. I mean, look at this. This is 6 months ago. This was not ready for prime time. It's a good idea.
That's something that Bullet from the Call to Raven has mentioned, that artists should clean up their art.
I mean, this was a great idea. But,
oh yeah, it's excellent.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Excellent idea, and then it just looks so much.
Yeah,
clean.
But then you got this now. It's like, okay, we can see. I mean, just anatomy on the breasts and stuff. You can tell the difference. Even the face. I mean, look at the face.
Yeah.
Way different.
Yeah.
That's what we need. That's what I need to do. And that's what I'm doing. So when you guys do get that book in your hand, it will stand up to everything else that's out there. It's not going to be not ready for prime time. It is ready. She is almost ready, people.
And I will order that book. More
Hey,
than one
dude.
copy if you have that tier to get a couple.
Oh,
I'll get a couple.
there's going to be a tier in there that nobody's going to want to get the one copy. They're all going to go for the double copy, because the double copy is going to get you the variant. It's going to get you cards. It's going to get you a poster, and very affordable. And this is going to be, at least right now, 54 pages. Just story, not pinups. None of that filler. 54
Nice
story. Okay.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna love it. All right. And it is time. I think this pumpkin is ready to go. All right. So let's go. Let's go see Pablo. Where can we find you, Pablo? This is a beautiful piece of artwork you got there, Pablo. Love it.
Thank you. Well, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Pablo Romero Art.
Awesome. And we have a newcomer in the chat, Bree Unikitty. How you doing, Kitty? I'm sorry you just came in at the wrong time. We're ready to shut down.
Go back and watch the beginning.
You can go watch the replay. We had some fun tonight. We did some pretty awesome artwork. And we'll be back here on Wednesday night. We're going to try to do Wednesday night stream. I'll talk about it when it comes to my time. Okay, next person will be Lorenzo. Where can we find you, Lorenzo?
You can find I'm Lorenzo Sleestack, and you can find me Lorenzo Sleestack on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm starting a YouTube channel up in a few days on YouTube.
Awesome. And there's my Mighty Wrench putting in Bree Unikitty. Giving
Nice.
a shout out to her. Awesome job, KG. KG, you're awesome. And let's go to Trusty.
Well, you can find me most evenings here with Manny or with E. Ortiz. And on Saturday evenings, often on Poke Fire's At the Altar stream, which starts way too late for me, but I muscle through somehow. And also at Trusty Sidekick 3 on Twitter. If anyone would be interested in a commission, please, my DMs are open. Hit me up. I'd be very happy to do something for you.
That is awesome. Beautiful, clean line work, people.
Got a little scratchy on the
not much
Mirage, but it was fun. I liked it.
No, but it fits for Mirage. I mean, she is supposed to be more noir.
Yeah.
So I can see that. I mean, one day I'll show you guys my Sariel Angel of Death. Total blacks. Oh, a lot of blacks in that. A lot of noir. But yeah, it works for that. It's awesome. And that Mary Marvel is cute. Super cute.
I'm very happy with the way her face turned out.
That is awesome. Yeah. All righty. And I am Manny from Good Dog Press, and I thank you all for coming here tonight on a Monday night and sharing the night with us. And we will most likely be on ERTs tomorrow night. Hopefully he'll do a live stream. If not, I'll be working offline, I guess, and doing some other stuff that I need to do. I am currently working on a video, which should be up this weekend, hopefully, if everything goes right. And when we come back on Wednesday, I hope the rest of the guys on the panel wants to do this. We're going to draw along with the DNQ Pro Edition. It worked really well last week.
That was fun.
We drew Conan, and we send over our stuff to the Pro Edition, and they actually look at it and they give us a little shout out. I think we should do that next week again. I think it's going to work for us. All right. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night, 10 p.m., most likely on ERTs. And thank you guys all for coming. Thank you, panel, for being here. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Aloha all.
Good night.
Bye.